I can't believe I still have the luck to be seen by you all. I thought I was long gone. I guess you must be sitting with your right foot over your left. If I'm right, give me a shout, or leave a comment on the right to let me know I'm not completely out of the game. Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's dive into the relaxing sleep aid moment. When we see Arno again, he's weaving through the dense jungle, and a chance encounter reminds him of his childhood dream, so he decides to make it happen right away. The 1,000-year-old dead tree in front of him was the ideal place to build a treehouse in the sky. In order to make it easier to climb up and down, Arnold quickly made a few wooden stakes and drove them into the trunk to form a row of simple stairs so that he could easily climb up the tree. The tree had been dead for a long time, and the branches on it were very dry, which made it much easier for Arnold to cut them. Fortunately, the inside of the branches is still intact, so you can build on them without any worries. In the rainy tropical jungle, there are messy vines everywhere. Their slender, straight and tough characteristics are very suitable for building shelters. Of course, there are many of these slender vines that are also an excellent building material. As an experienced wilderness survival expert, he has already mastered the skill of following the vines to find the source. He dug down along the special vines he found and soon found a wild yam. This kind of yam with good appearance is worth 500 grams per pound on the market, which made him suddenly excited. He started digging and soon had a large harvest. He no longer had to worry about food. After a morning of work, his stomach was already rumbling in protest. So Arnold quickly put the yam into the fire to roast it. While waiting for lunch to cook, the diligent Arno collects a large amount of vines. These will be the main building materials for the treehouse shelter. 2.5 hours later, the yam is perfectly roasted. With its white and plump appearance, Arno's appetite suddenly increases, and he devours them all in one go, giving him the energy to continue building. He bends the tough vines into a circular structure and securely ties them to the trunk, forming the basic framework of the shelter. Afterwards, Arnold collected some logs and fixed them between tree branches. A few logs interlaced with each other to outline the base frame of the shelter. All he needed to do was to fix the bamboos on top one by one to create a tight base platform and also leave a square gap. In order to increase the stability of the entire frame, Arnold added some longitudinal supports again to weave a tight mesh structure, which made the entire frame very stable. As for the roof of the shelter, a simple scaffolding needed to be built. In this way, he could fix a circle of frames around the central pillar to form the basic roof structure. After the structure of the shelter was formed, the rattan strips prepared in advance came in handy. That's right, Arnold planned to learn from the rattan weaving process and weave the main body of the shelter. This process required him to have sufficient patience and carefulness. After all, this was a lot of work. After the roof was woven, he could start making the surrounding walls. With a lot of weaving experience, he worked quickly.